Good morning, welcome back. It's a beautiful day today. So, I haven't filmed a whole lot the last couple days, so I don't know what the videos will look like up till now. I was pretty stressed out, pretty frustrating, getting everything, trying to get everything going. Things just weren't working, and so I didn't feel like filming a whole lot of it. But we're planting now, things are going better. So, I'm getting a little bit of a late start this morning. It's Sunday. And I spent a little time with my boys this morning when I got up, and then had to run to town, grab some hose clamps, some bearings, sandwich, some drinks, and now I'm back out at the farm. I'm putting a gauge wheel together. I'm going to replace the gauge wheel on row number 2 because it keeps getting corn stalk stuck in there. And then I got fold up, come in, get fuel, then head back out, load up a seed and starter, and we'll get planting. I suppose, who knows? It'll probably be 12:31 by the time we get started. All right, so this is another one of those gauge wheels that I got from the junk pile over at my buddy's. I can't really find anything wrong with the wheel, except I'm sure this bearing's out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it apart, and then I need the roll pin style bearings, and this is there's a groove in the shaft. So I'm going to take this apart. I just went and grabbed new bearings from Deere. That's the part number if anyone's interested. And put the new bearing in, put a new arm on. I got another arm here from Shoop. Put this arm on, and we will have ourselves a new bearing's not horrible, I guess. Feels a little gritty though. So I'll put that together, and then I'll have a nice new arm ready to go to replace row number 2. There we go. And there you can see this outside piece is plastic, this inside piece is metal, and then there's a nice rusty bearing in between there. Just tap on that guy with a hammer, he'll pop right out. We'll pop the new one in, sandwich it all back together, and we'll have a new gauge wheel ready to go. So I noticed last night the left side of the planter was running lower than the right side of the planter. So that means I need to rephase the planter. So to do that, right down in the center underneath there is a master cylinder, and there's a stop on it that sets your maximum raise. So you take that stop off, and then you can raise it, and it raises really super high. Okay, that maxes out all the cylinders. It's way higher than it normally goes. It maxes out all the cylinders and gets them all in sync with each other, rephases them. So now I just lower it back down, put that stop back in, and it should be level. Right. It's hard to see. I don't know, maybe I can try and zoom in and post. The parallel arms over there on unit 2, row 2, you can see, and the parallel arm over there on unit 11 are running much closer together. That's after rephasing the planter, it's running much more even. It's a little dusty. We could use some rain. Luckily there's a little wind. Late last night there was no wind, and whenever I'd stop, I'd have to wait a couple minutes for the dust to clear so I could get out without eating a bunch of dust. But you know what they say, plant in the dust, your bins will bust. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's definitely dusty out here. And our bins, well, they may bust. They're kind of old. So it might be true. For us, anyway. It's really windy, so I'm trying to block you from the wind here. I came back here, I just happened to be walking by, I saw a big gap back here. So I went to try and fix that, realized there was a bearing out of the opener on the one side, and the disc on the other side was wiggling too, so I thought there was a bearing out of that. I pulled the wheel off, and the nut is missing. Now that's a left-handed nut, because it's the left side. So they're right-handed on the right side, left-handed on the left side, so that they're self-tightening. And I don't know if I have a left-handed nut. And Bose is our John Deere dealer is closed right now. So I'm gonna go see if we have one. I don't think we do, but there's a chance. So, all right, here planter parts. Let's see what we got. Brushes, caps, bolts, bearing. These are the small bearings. Okay. Oh, what is this? That looks like the nut for fertilizer openers. Some light bulbs. Another bearing. Let's see. Here's one that's a small one. Nope, not seeing anything in there. Let's pull this guy out. Here, spring, bolt for spring, gear, some roll pin, there's some cutter keys, a gas cap, for some odd reason that's in the planter bin. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I think that's all. That's all for the liquid. That's it. That's all we got. All right. I just talked to Jake, the guy who's on call at the Deere dealership for parts this weekend, and he's going to be coming back through town in about an hour, and he's going to lay those nuts out. So in the meantime, I'm going to run back over to my buddy's shop and dig through his bones pile a little more, see what I can find in there. All right. So here's the parts pile that I've been digging through to find takeoff parts that aren't necessarily great parts, but their price is right. So after several trips and a menagerie of nuts, got her back together. So let's go try this again. Beautiful, amazing wife and my boys are here for supper. I got my little buddy here. He's been ready for a tractor ride all day. You ready? Let's go. He's a little tractor crazy, aren't you? You like tractors? Yeah, it's the camera. Say hi. So this fertilizer opener was pushing stalks. That big pile of stalks right there was pushing. This blade wasn't spinning. You can see it's all caked full of fertilizer and dirt, and this is caked full here. So you got to scrape this all off. It looks like it got a corn stalk shoved up in there, and that started the whole thing. Then it starts filling up with fertilizer and dirt and won't spin. And then these here, so what I do is I take the chisel and I hit it with the hammer and break and clean this off all the way around the edge, and then put them back on, make sure they're shimmed right. Like this one, I just did this one about 10 minutes ago, so I had to clean everything out from the inside of it. Now it's looking good and working good, so now I'll get this one done. This is a never-ending battle with these fertilizer openers. Good thing I got GPS. I can't see a thing out there. It's just pure dust. Kind of see the planter. This should be the last time. I think this is the last fill I have to do. It should finish this field. We are, let's see here, good information, 78% covered. So we have 97, almost 100 acres covered, and there's 25 acres to go. Yeah, so one more fill should cover us. It's gonna be real close to getting this whole field done, but I think there's a little in the boxes yet. I think I could have covered about 2 more acres, so we'll go, we gotta go take the truck, run back, grab a pallet of seed, come back out and fill the planter up, fill the starter up, and try and get this field done tonight. A couple more hours. Loaded. Looks like I have a row pushing. Yeah, piling up right there. So, I don't know if you can see that very well. So we're gonna go back and see what's going on. Yeah, it's leaving the trench. Let's see, is it covering the seed? Looks like it. That side's working. Oh, I see. The wheel got pushed behind the hub, so it's jammed down. So we'll fix that. Alright, the hammer and big wrench got it back working the way it needs to. Alright, so I have less than an acre left. I was going to try and finish this field tonight, and all of a sudden I got 3 rows failed. Well, when you have 3 rows that fail at the same time, usually as a shaft or something like that, and it's a cotter key on the shaft. So I'm not going to fix it tonight. It's 12:30 or 1 a.m. I think. So I'm just going to park it. I'll come out in the morning, pound that old cotter key out, put a new one in, and go. So I'll show you the cotter key either on the next video or maybe on this one still, but it'll be tomorrow. Alright, good night. Well, thanks everyone for watching. That's going to do it for this video, and be sure to stay tuned for the next video if you want to see what broke on the planter, how I'm going to fix it, and how I'm going to deal with the mess of having 3 rows in the middle of the planter not planted. So, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.